tropical flowers on vintage lace, acrylic painting, and upcycling art. When I first placed the old lace onto the board, I felt like I was giving it a second chance to exist. Once it was part of someone's blouse, moving softly with each step in daily life. But now it carried traces of time. The fabric had grown fragile, its color slightly faded, its edges a little frayed. Many would see it as finished, but I wanted to believe that its story wasn't over yet. By carefully attaching it to the surface, I invited it into a new chapter. As I pressed the lace flat and smoothed it gently, I thought about how fabric holds memory. Every stitch once touched someone's skin. Every flower in the pattern once caught sunlight. Even when the years left marks of age, it still held quiet beauty. My brush, dipped in acrylic paint, was ready to discover that hidden voice. The first strokes of color entered the lace, like seeds finding soil. Orange petals glowed with warmth, blending into reds at their center. Yellow flowers opened like sparks of joy. Pink blossoms carried softness, while green leaves reached outward, grounding the scene. Each stroke was like breathing new life into a place that had fallen silent. Slowly, the flowers multiplied. One bloom became many, and soon the lace was alive again, not only with patterns, but with colors that pulsed like heartbeats. The fabric no longer looked fragile. It looked powerful, radiant, unafraid to stand out. Then I painted the background, filling the empty spaces with a deep, vivid blue. The color wrapped around the flowers like a wide, tropical sky, endless and full of possibility. As the blue spread, the flowers seemed to float, as if they were dancing in the open air. The lace, once pale and worn, now carried the energy of a whole garden. Finally came the details. I added golden lines, small but significant. They shimmered across the surface, like sunlight caught on morning dew. In those delicate highlights, I felt the lace telling me a secret. I am not finished. Even in the places where I was torn, there is still light. Looking at the completed piece, framed and shining, I realized it is more than just paint on fabric. It is a reminder that nothing truly ends. What seems too old or too used can still bloom again. A blouse that once lived an ordinary life became a canvas filled with tropical flowers, radiant against a bright sky. This artwork is about transformation. It is about seeing value where others might not. Just as the lace found new life under layers of acrylic paint, we too can carry our past, our worn edges, and still find ways to shine. The message is simple but powerful. Renewal is always possible. When you look closely, you can almost hear the flowers whispering, beauty never disappears, it only changes form. And maybe that is the hope we need, to know that even in our own tired days, we can begin again, painted over with brighter colors, touched gently with gold, and alive with the promise of tomorrow. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.